So another point that came up is he was asked the question of how MLS is viewed internationally. Like, does he feel the need that he still has to kind of vouch for the league and the league's reputation, or is it growing more and he's kind of getting less questions about how reputable the league is or what the league is bringing to the table? And his response was that when he is when he's around people internationally, he says that he's getting asked less questions than he has in the past. What
Mhm.
that means, I don't know. That could be many different things. That could mean that maybe people, recognize the league and they don't have to ask as many questions anymore as to like what's going on, who's over there, what are the teams, all that. Or maybe it just means that they don't care. Maybe they care less than they did before and they don't even bother asking the questions. He did also say that domestically people are still asking questions. I think in the same amount as they were in the past. And to me, I think that it could be a good thing and a bad thing. I think maybe people are asking questions because they're discovering the league and they're getting into it a bit more. But I also feel like maybe they're asking questions because things are a little too complicated, like your financial system that nobody seems to still know at this point. But yeah, I just thought it was I thought it was an interesting question to see. Like, I would have been more curious for him to expand upon like what he's seen from people internationally as to how MLS is viewed. But the most I got out of it was that it's just that like people are asking less questions, which I feel like you kind of have to make your own inference on what that means.
Yeah, and again, I think this is another one where people are going to jump on something and take it for a ride. But I think it does go a couple of different ways depending on which way you look at it. I think that's a good point. And internationally, I think people get it. I think they see it as a league that they can go and find young talent and take them and develop them, sell them on for profit, right? I think that is a set understanding of this is what MLS can do. We're no longer the retirement league internationally among people who understand soccer landscape, right? Now the fans, if you look at it from that perspective and you talk about the locals or the domestically the questions that are being asked, I think it is because they are so comfortable with understanding the European system and we are different. And they either don't want to take the time or are unable to understand the differences and are asking why, right? Why don't we have pro rel? Why do we have a salary cap? What is GAM and TAM and all this stuff? And we've talked about it before. You can absolutely find ways to keep it simpler, but are you actually going to find that? I'm not holding my breath on it. I think that these are here for at least another 2 decades, but that's just me.
Well, I think a big indication of that I think will be whenever the next
CBA.
CBA goes through. Yeah.